Jiu-Jitsu is booming. It was the #1 fastest growing martial sport in the last 2 years. And it doesn't look like it's slowing down at all. Thanks to guys like Joe Rogan and numerous actors, actresses, TV personalities, whatever you want to call them, that are involved in the sport and the art and loving it. And they are ambassadors for this thing. And so it's growing like never before, and it's not slowing down. So I get this question a lot, more than ever now. Because, for example, in my area, in the last 2 years, no less than 10 Jiu-Jitsu specific, meaning Jiu-Jitsu only gyms have opened. They're not teaching anything else. They're not teaching the cardio kickboxing classes for the people that just want to smack some mitts or hit a bag and pretend they're badass. These are actually Jiu-Jitsu gyms where people are getting in there and grinding and doing the hard work that is Jiu-Jitsu. That's all they teach, and they are thriving. It's incredible. One gym started their kids program in 2019, and they now have over 200 kids. 200 kids in just 4 years. That's amazing. And one of those years involved COVID shutdowns. So it's been incredible. It's amazing to watch. And it also leads to some really good questions, which is, how do I pick a gym or an academy? First things first, I always tell people, does the academy in question have a thriving kids program? Because kids and the moms that bring them, because let's be real, it's typically moms that run the kids to all the after school activities. They are the canary in the coal mine. Moms will smell a weirdo or dysfunction or toxic from a mile away, and they won't take their kids there. If they get a bad vibe, if the place smells, it's dirty, any of those things that leads to all the skin rash issues, they will not take their kid there. They will take their kid elsewhere. So that's the first thing you got to look for. Thriving kids program. It also indicates that they have a good coaching culture there, because it takes patience. It takes a special person to coach kids through an activity such as Jiu-Jitsu, which involves some complicated maneuvers as well as emotional and mental control. You have to be able to control your body, but you also have to be able to control your mind and your emotions. And with kids, that can be a challenge. So if they have coaches that can do that, then you know they have a good coaching culture there, meaning all the coaches are good to go, right? Now, the other thing I look for is a healthy percentage of the population there is female. Why is that? Again, back to the same thing. A female typically, and again, let's just be real, let's drop all pretenses. Most dudes they'll train on the ground on a tarp or no tarp if they could, just to train, because they just want to roughhouse. However, female athletes are more, what's the word we're looking for here? They're more selective. They're not going to train in an environment that's dirty, that smells bad, where there are assholes wandering around, hurting people, being bullies, all of that stuff. They're not going to tolerate that for as much as a guy would, right? So, and typically, just because of the size difference, if you have people in there that have that meathead mentality where they're just trying to, they're treating every roll, every drill, everything as if it's ADCC qualification or qualifier, they're going to hurt people. And it's just how it works. They're going to outweigh their training partners. They're going to end up hurting them. And so if you don't see a good percentage of the training population there is not female, again, red flag. Like there's some issues there. So you might want to go elsewhere. The next thing you're going to look for is, do we have a good cross-section of people? People from all walks of life. People from everywhere. They come on the mat and they feel accepted and welcomed. And all the divisive, all the dividing things that we have in society are left off the mat. And we get on the mat and we do jiu-jitsu. and we take care of each other, we push each other, we strive to be better, and we leave all the bullshit elsewhere, right? If you have a large cross section of the population in there, young, old, male, female, all races, all religions, then you know that is a healthy gym. That is a healthy gym culture where the focus is on making the students as good as possible, as safe as possible, as proficient as possible, while also keeping them sheltered from all the other crap. Like, you come in here and we train and we leave the world behind for a couple hours each day. So those are the things you want to look for. Now, is it possible to have the 20-somethings that want to go to ADCC, or they see themselves in the UFC one day getting their hand raised? Absolutely. The gym that I train in, we have those guys. Actually, I run the Jiu-Jitsu comp team in the morning. I love it. It is high intensity, immersive. It is amazing. But also, those guys all train in regular classes and mix and mingle with everybody else because it's the culture of the gym. We are all there to serve each other. Yes, I want to be as good as possible at Jiu-Jitsu. I want to be as dangerous as possible should I have to defend myself in a self-defense situation. But at the same time, I know I can't accomplish that without my training partners. And in order to do that, I need to push them in as safe a manner as possible so that they get as good as possible. So these are things just to think about, consider while you are searching for your gym, your future home for your jiu-jitsu. Again, kids program, large percentage of females, and a diverse population on the mat, and everybody having fun. And that's what you want to look for. All the other stuff, you know, the competitive record, all that stuff, not as important, because that's not always what it's about. It's possible to do both. It's not an either or. All right. So if you have questions, if you are wondering about a gym near you, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to let you know what I think. If I don't know them directly, it's the 3 phone call rule, right? Like, I should be able to call 3 people and somebody will know them or know somebody that knows them and can either vouch for them or warn you away. So reach out. Don't hesitate to let me help you in any way that I can. Take care.